sure that we do is, again, you know how I am. We shout people out here because it's difficult enough to find people who are doing some big things. So talk about the CDFIs, and I'll shout out Bianca. Big up to Bianca Jackson of Brick Rose Exchange. Y'all saw her on the show before, and if you didn't, shame on you. Go look at the episode, damn it. Go look at it.
She's a Pulitzer Prize winner. And she won this award before it became a super hot topic within the last couple of years. She won this award back in, I believe, like 2018. Most of us weren't even talking about it. Most of us didn't even know about it then. So she's really awesome. She actually assisted myself and O'Hara Development Partners in hosting our housing counseling program, our seminar in the metaverse earlier this year. So tap in, tap in, tap in.
Absolutely. So let's talk about, you mentioned MCE, LC, LEDC, just because, again, there's some good organizations out there, and I think we would be remiss if we didn't just take a moment and just let people know who and any good people, any people you want to shout out in those organizations too.
Absolutely. So started with MCE because they have been like such a great partner of mine. I started partnering with them originally while I was at the bank back in 2018 at Wells Fargo as a business specialist. And that relationship really just grew. I joined their Baltimore City Loan Committee. I've been on the board for now, 4 years at this point. And I've seen them just do so much great work in our communities, being able to approve loans for clients who typically would not get your traditional approvals. Your banking institution just will not. But we're able to provide that dream, that sometimes once in a lifetime opportunity for those clients. We have a lot of free online workshops. I am one of the presenters, one of the subject matter experts that present with them through their Women's Business Center. We also have, of course, the capital that you need. Most CDFIs in general are nonprofit organizations, right? So these nonprofit organizations are typically funded by your larger banks and other foundations who might not give the capital to people who don't have great credit, but they will give it to the CDFIs to do so, right? Because again, CDFIs are nonprofits, which I mean, for a for-profit company, you know what that does for Texas, right?
Yeah.
Shout out definitely to Nick Rudolph, to Donna Langley, who's on the MCE team. They are both business advisors there. But I also have to shout out to the executive director of the WBC with MCE, Miss Lisa. She has been totally awesome. MCE actually nominated me for the award that my firm won this year, the Financial Services Champion Award, on behalf of the SBA in the state of Maryland. We received that elite honor in June of this year. Super excited, super blessed for the opportunity. And so many other things came from that. We have an article coming out soon in the magazine associated with the Governor's Office of Small Minority and Women-Owned Business. So super thankful to MCE just for believing in me, to their executive director of the entire organization, Maurice Ames. As soon as I went independent in my company, Maurice and MCE were the first organization to give me a contract to work with their clients. So I'm eternally blessed. I'm taking them with me wherever I go. Shout out to EWI, specifically Miss Nicole Andani. She is the program director. She is super awesome. Nicole and I, when it comes to the Wealthy Woman Financial Transformation Program, we came up with this idea at the end of last year, and it was supposed to be just a book club. Literally just a book club to help women really get engaged with books about wealth for women. This idea literally morphed into an entire financial transformation program for women that we're currently serving 32 women in the DC area, right? Taking them through money mindset, right? I recently had a licensed therapist talk about fears, how your fears show up, how they impact how you goal set within your business, how they impact how you move within the financial world, right? We're also discussing real money information, how to properly monthly budget, how to really build your credit, how to do this also as an entrepreneur where your revenues and cash flows might not always be there. We're also going to be hosting a few other awesome panelists, women in business, to talk about their entrepreneurship journeys, but also retirement planning. This program is so special to us because there were so many women who were thirsty for something like this. When we initially dropped that we were launching, we had over 100 inquiries, which also resulted to over 90 completed applications. We only have 40 spots for women. When I tell you that the financial information is needed, it is wanted and desired. It is. Most people think that people don't want it. They do. They just need it from the right place, from the right person, with the right heart that they can trust, right? And we've been able to garner that community with our women. Also want to shout out EWOC of Wakeif, empowering women of color. Wakeif, their CEO, Mr. Harold Pettigrew, super awesome guy. I met him a couple of years when I was in the banking industry, and just listen, the power of community and networking and maintaining relationships. These contracts would not have been possible for me without maintaining these relationships, right? But also leading with my heart, right? To serve the people. All three of these organizations are super phenomenal. They all have some type of transformation, something when it comes to business. EWI, they have their ETS program, their entrepreneurial training program, which is a 3-month training program where they help you write a business plan. They have financial courses for you. EWOC has what they call Ascension, and that may be incorrect. I know their Phoenix cohort just finished a year and a half ago. They just launched that program to take women through an entrepreneurial training program. It's so much information out there. When you have your hands in these CDFIs, you get access. You just gain so much access. So any business owner, I recommend you, especially if you're in the Baltimore area, the DMV area, to tap into all three of those organizations. Okay, you have the Latino Economic Development Center, Maryland Capital Enterprises, and the Washington Area Capital Investment Fund. Of course, we cannot leave out Baltimore Community Lending, BCL. They also have a huge presence in the Baltimore area. I believe they have just opened up their books to serve the surrounding counties around Baltimore City. My girl Angela is there. My guy Don Cutright is there. Listen, they're doing some great work, and the thing is, they want you. So even sometimes before you go to your big bank, go to one of these nonprofits who gonna really help you and who's not gonna scrutinize you because of your credit score.
They're designed to help people like you. And one of the other